Right.
We're off.
Yes. Where are we off to, though?
That was a good question. Well, and who are we off to is also the question.
Who?
If you remember, at the end of the last story, what did we see happen?
Gosh.
After the moon was not killed.
Right. Yes. Clara came back and saw Danny. And yeah, he was talking about like how the doctor would make her feel, and yes, she decided to. She's pretty upset with him.
Yeah,
the doctor
she sent him away.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, this could go somewhat interesting.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Start the clock.
Oh. Oh. Interesting.
This is a monster.
Yes, I'll sort that.
Okay. Don't you dare lie to me again.
Is there a doctor? Sorry, I need a doctor. Just stop.
Just name what kind of doctor you need.
Should have said a V.
Yeah. Ah, okay. Of course it's in space. Right. I think especially the timer.
66 seconds.
Yeah.
Jamie Matheson.
We haven't had a Jamie writing one before.
We haven't.
The baggage car. But thanks for lying. The real wonderful is through here. Pretty faithful recreation of the original Orient Express, except slightly bigger and in space.
So, I guess all we get...
Hyperspace fusing. It's like two emotions at once. It's like you're malfunctioning.
Sorry, I'll be incredibly miserable.
I'll be very one note all the time. It's fine.
I just thought that this would be a good one too.
End it. It is. It's a good choice. I really thought I hated you, you know?
Well, thank God you kept that to yourself. What's this planet?
Hatred is too strong an emotion to waste on someone that you don't like.
Yeah.
Well, people are really confused because I'm confused. What would everybody be? So, what are you after all? Now, there's a question that's never asked often enough. Let's say intestinal parasites.
I'm beginning to think Miss Pitt was right about you.
That would have been my first guess.
What's wrong with her?
Clara, you actually sound as if you want this to be a thing. Do you?
No, look. Fine.
No.
If you think that there is
No,
nothing
I
wrong,
don't.
that is fine. Doctor, are you awake?
I just missed him.
Beautiful bit of kit, isn't it, sir?
Oh.
The Excelsior Life Extender. It's like driving around in a portable hospital.
I'm afraid this door can only be opened by executive order.
Nah, that'll do.
Do that because that works too.
What's the most interesting thing about the foretold? I'm terribly sorry, I don't live with
Yeah.
that. You know.
What's the most interesting thing?
Mythical money.
About the foretold.
Yeah.
See it. You're a dead man.
Yes, I know what it is. You
That.
see, I happen to be...
Emil Morehouse, Professor of Alien Mythology. I'm the doctor.
Well, you said in a little mythology.
I know a lot. Because from time to time,
babies.
it turns out to be true.
Oh, here we go again.
Anything special. That's why I chose this field, to be honest. Hoping that one day I might meet a real monster.
Oh, you might be next. Oh.
No, even colder.
All right, I give up. You tell me.
I'm your worst nightmare.
A mystery shopper. Oh, great.
Really, that's your worst? Okay, I'm a mystery shopper. I could do with an extra pillow, and I'm very disappointed with your breakfast bar and all of the dying.
That is fourth on the list, though.
This is not
Yeah.
exactly within your
What
job
are your
description.
priorities in life?
Come on,
Pillows,
Captain, we'll be
breakfast,
about our job
dying.
description. Good question.
It's a manifest, plan of the train, and a list of stops for the past 6 months.
Quick work, Perkins. Maybe too quick.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. I'm obviously the mummy. Or perhaps I was already looking into this.
Are the good times all like this? Now that you mention
They were even gooder than this.
It's traditional.
it. Doctor, please just look.
There's been another mummy murder. So our last...
I'm trapped!
What?
Yes, hello, can you hear us?
Oh. Yeah, exactly. Just use your sonic.
Another stupid sonic.
What?
Ah.
Do you mean it's not working? Why?
Right, so that's where it comes from. Maybe.
They're in trouble too. I spoke to head office. There is no mystery shopper. You're not even on the passenger list.
No, I'm going to have to call you back. How many people have to die?
Yeah,
before
Doctor
you
needs
stop
a better
giving
way.
away?
The ID. Yeah, it needs to do a better job. Oh. I'm so sorry.
What do you think I'm doing? And give us our orders.
The engines, they've stopped.
Proof they're listening. Whoa.
Teleporter?
No. Hard light holograms. They were never really here. Fake passengers
Wow.
to make up the numbers.
Isn't this exciting?
You said capture, implying that you can't control this thing
There's in the vicinity of this artifact.
and kill us at regular intervals.
Okay.
And maybe we should just throw this thing out in the airlock.
No, no!
Ooh.
Nearly as rewarding as I thought it might be. Look on your seat
Yeah.
details. Yes, of course. You can't save me? Well, that is implied, isn't it?
We haven't
This is probably
got that far
the end.
yet.
But make it count. Details.
More research needs to be done.
Flesh. Some of it in 30 seconds. Leathery ancient looking. People preserve. Keep talking. Don't waste this time. Please.
It's not good enough.
Zero.
We apologize for any distress you may have just experienced. Counseling is available on request.
Can we request it?
I'm sure you've
What happens if we
collected a lot
request
of
it?
data. Well done, everyone.
It's recording every death.
Of course.
Who gets it? Though, does it?
Everyone.
Oh,
Stop
I
it. So
just
let's get
say,
to work.
yeah, me please.
Come on.
Yeah.
Chop, chop.
Warning, decompression imminent.
Oh no. Ooh.
No, but the next to go, the chef, was young and fit. It's random.
The chef was ill. What?
Rare blood disorder. Not contagious, but we kept it quiet.
Because he worked with food. The next one, the guard. If anyone's had as much as a cold, I want to know about it.
You really think we can sense psychological issues?
It seems so. Why? Which means that you are probably next. Which is good to know.
Well, not for me.
Well, of course not for you, because you're going to die. But I mean, for us, from a research point of view. For a doctor, your bedside manner.
It's merely just looking at it.
Oh, no, that
Don't open fire.
Certainly would I be dying with bullets in my gun?
I mean, that's completely off.
That liquid is important.
Am I close?
Whoa.
Yep. Clear. Like a ghost. It's all right. She teleported away.
Oh. That's new.
Behind me.
Ah.
Zero.
Am I surrounded by idiots? If only I could see this thing.
Don't even joke about that.
I'm not talking about it. Tech that drains energy from the living. Scanner.
Yeah, it did say something about a. Yeah. What was it, like a
Scan.
portable hospital?
You've been
That was what the first
of
victim
almost
was,
all
the grandma
energy
was on.
a cellular level.
Right.
Keeps her alive, but it's the same thing, yeah.
It's not just...
Okay, so you can save her. Right?
Of course not. Why would you think that? This is another chance.
To observe in action.
How exactly? She's never going to agree to this.
Well, I don't know, lie to her. Tell her I can save her, whatever it takes to get her
Well,
here.
that is objectionable.
What's he saying?
Mm.
He says he can save you. Dad is on the way here. Thought about getting inside, hiding, pulling the levers and hoping for the best.
That's true.
But we couldn't even get in.
How,
There's a
oh.
force field around it.
Ah, that's what it
The
was.
Gus is trying to block her escape or something. You know how difficult
You knew this was no relaxing break. You knew this was dangerous.
I didn't know. I certainly hope.
Yes.
Your grief, your trauma, your resentment. Now, it's mine.
Oh,
It's gone.
wow.
Pleased to finally see you. I'm the doctor and I will be your victim this evening. You can't hurt me until my time is
What
up.
does that remind me of?
Something visible under the bandages. By the way,
Oh,
you weren't being paranoid. She really did poison your pony. Markings like the ones on the scroll. That means that you are a soldier.
Okay.
I've forgotten more. What about you stop? Until the war is over, we surrender. 0.
I can see it again. It's
Uh,
okay. I think we all can.
Do I start the clock?
No,
that's the word?
you're a lead soldier.
Oh. Yeah, you can say that again.
He's not the only one.
It will now be removed from the entire train.
Oh, come on.
We hope you have enjoyed your journey on the Orient Express.
Please remember to leave a review on Triple
Especially
Drive.
when he has a built-in
Yeah.
teleporter.
Wait, so you
In the afterlife, if you
A
believe.
couple of minutes.
Oh! Isn't that really necessary?
Oh, well, the teleporter worked eventually. Beamed everyone into the TARDIS, no casualties.
Phew.
Baby of sleeping beauties. Set off some fail-safe thing. Blew up the train.
Ah.
blew up the train.
Blew up the train. And I let everyone else suffocate. Yeah, this is just my cover story.
I love you.
I love you too.
He's fine with it.
Sorry.
Danny, he's fine. With the idea of me and you knocking about.
But you got me home safe and on time. Everything is great. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
A big wobble. It's a big wobble, but it's fine. Forget about it now. Shut up and give me some planets.
Well, I'm glad that you said that.
Are you? Have you ever been shot?
And what are you waiting for? Let's go.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that giving it up did not last long.
No. No.
Maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah. In theory, she should be able to get back in time, and Danny wouldn't suspect a thing,
Oh, yeah.
you know? That you'd think.
In theory.
Yeah.
When has that ever happened?
I don't think it actually has.
Yeah.
But that's that.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. So, episode name.
Mummy on the Orient Express.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I know what that's a reference to. It's pretty easy.
What was it a reference to? Oh, you mean like what's it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So interestingly, this story was built upon. Do you remember in this episode where he said he's tried to entice me here before with mail and calls to the TARDIS one time? I think it was the series 5 finale, right at the very end, where Amy and Rory have just got married.
Right.
And they go back in the TARDIS and the phone rings and it's like, you mean there's a god on the loose on the Orient Express in space? Totally right there. And that's how the series ends.
Oh!
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's...
Series 5.
Gosh, that is... Yeah, well... The Doctor was late.
Yeah, he took his time to get there.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, so, 10 minutes?
Yes.
9.
8.
Neutral.
Yes. You neutral?
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed this episode. Yeah. Definitely improvement.
Improvement on the last one.
Yeah, so... I just thought it was a very interesting idea.
Mm.
Well done.
Yeah.
A murder mystery where the culprit is this... Yeah, it's like an outside force. And
Yes.
just the whole idea of only the victim can see the murderer. Yeah, very...
A sci-fi twist on the mummy Egyptology kind of thing.
Yeah, and I loved that it was a fusion of 3 different styles.
Mm.
Of like the ancient, the futuristic, and then the Agatha Christie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting and fun.
Three different times. Yeah, you're right. It is
Yes.
a fusion of those three things. I think it's a really well thought through story. Like you even mentioned, they have the woman who's on life support tech at the beginning, and then that's what the vampire is as well. There's and then
Yeah, kind of similar.
hmm There was a line at the beginning as well which fed into the whole thing about lying.
Oh,
I can't remember, something about unless you're lying. Very, very early on when they first arrive, they talk about it.
oh right.
But
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
does come back.
there's very clear through lines with this one. It's obviously been very well thought through. Not that Doctor Who episodes aren't often very well thought through, but this one I think particularly so. I think.
Yeah, it's a nice standalone one too.
Yes, but it does fit into the whole series with Clara and the
Yeah.
Doctor's storyline.
Well,
You'd be very confused watching it without all of that.
True. Oh, okay, well, actually, on that, yeah, that's one of the things that's maybe not as great about this.
Okay.
Maybe the fact that the whole Clara wanting to leave, but then all of a sudden deciding.
Are you not a fan
I get-
of this storyline in general, or
I'm maybe thinking more specifically this episode.
okay?
Um,
You didn't like how
Is it-
she changed her mind so quickly.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I think the implication there is that she was maybe, like she says, it was a wobble. She's coming round his way of thinking throughout the episode, and they talk about maybe it's an addiction. She says she's not doing it, but then instantly says, "Actually, I can't give this up." You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do get it, but I get why you think it's quick, because it is quick. It is a
Yeah.
quick change of. They even draw attention to it. It's a sudden change of okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I think it's intended, but yeah, I can see why it would maybe not feel quite so earned, satisfying in that sense.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've had jelly babies, at least from the Doctor, because the Master did it, and the Johnson Master offered jelly babies. I think
Oh.
one time.
I feel
Um,
like we had it not that long ago, or maybe some
I don't think
reference
we
to
have.
jelly babies.
I don't think we have. You know, I think this is
Okay.
the first time that the Doctor has offered jelly babies since the movie, since Paul McGann.
Oh wow, really? That
I think
far?
so.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was Peter Capaldi's idea to have the case of them.
Oh, good.
Offer them out.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, definitely
So-
good idea.
We had Frank Skinner. I don't know if you recognised him. Perkins.
Name. Okay. Okay. No, that rings a bell. Yeah.
Yeah. Big fan of Doctor Who, and he was in the Five-ish Doctors documentary.
Right.
Spoof thing.
Okay. Where? At what point?
Oh, he was a Dalek operator.
Oh.
One that gets locked in the room.
Oh. Okay.
So, yeah.
All
So,
right.
lots of cool little things about this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. I don't think there's anything else from me.
Nothing else from me either.
Just really sort of solid Doctor Who, actually.
Yeah.
Just a really good one.
Yeah, that's how I feel exactly as well. Yeah.
Brill. Okay, see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Outro.
Outro.